Welcome back! Okay, so if you saw our other video on the counting principle and permutations, this is kind of a continuation with combinations, okay? So with our topic, combinations, we're going to explain what a combination means. So basically, the difference between a combination and a permutation is when you have a combination, your order does not matter, okay? You're just randomly putting things together or selecting random things. But with a permutation, order does matter. So an example of a permutation question would be something with the first, second, third place. And obviously order matters with places like that.
Oh, definitely spell that.
So Swati has written out a basic summary of what I just said, the key points here.
This will be our guide for the rest of.
Yeah, and we'll leave this up. Another key topic about combinations is the equation. So our equation is, Swati's gonna put it up. This is the equation.
Fuel. That's a bit.
So Swati has written out our equation for combinations. And basically, so to break this down, n is our number of total items in said word problem, I don't know. And r is how many objects that you need from the total. So we do n factorial and factorial that we learned in the permutations video. So we have n minus r factorial times r factorial, okay? And we're gonna put up some U-try problems. We'll rewrite the combination equations so you can look back on it on the board. So we'll see you then. So I think I put up some problems for you to try. So. Okay. Hopefully these weren't too hard because we gave you the equation but we're still gonna explain it. Okay. So we know in this first question, we know that there's a 3-person committee, so I'm just gonna underline it. So that's how many we have to choose from, or how many we have to choose. So 3 are needed, and we can skim through, and they're formed from the 8 people on the board of supervisors. You know that there are 8 people total. So from the equation, we can write 8 C3, because 8 is our total number and 3 is how many that we need from the 8. And then we put it into the rest.
Okay.
Swati, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I put a block there.
Putting the numbers into the equation, this is what we have. And from the factorials, we have 8 factorial at the top, and then 8 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. And simplifying, we can make 8 minus 3, 5 factorial on the bottom, times 3 factorial. So go ahead. Fully written out, this is what we have, and obviously you can see common numerators and denominators, so we can cross those out. So we can cross out the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5. So we have 8 times 7 times 6 over 3 times 2 times 1. Our final answer after writing everything out and doing the multiplication, we get 336 over 6, which simplifies to just 56. So in the next question, we have a poker game going on. So poker, you are dealt 5 cards from a standard 52 card deck. So we know that we need 5 cards from 52 total cards. So we can put that into our equation. And it says the order in which you are dealt 5 cards doesn't matter, so that's how we know it's the combination rather than a permutation. So putting the numbers into our equation, this is what we have, and doing the same thing that we did on the top, we can simplify all this down. Simplified out, we have 50 factorial over 47 factorial times 5 factorial, and we're not going to write this whole thing out because that's just not it's time consuming, okay? This is our final answer. Hopefully it wasn't too hard because you have the equation and you just plug it in. We're gonna get one more question. It's a little bit harder, but hopefully you could get it. Here's the next question. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. You might have looked at this and thought, it's kind of confusing because what are we choosing from? Okay? So with this, since there's two separate groups, you need to make two separate equations. Okay, so it is. Swazi's gonna write it out. So we have 54 Republicans and 46 Democrats, and we need to make a single committee filled with 3 Republicans and 2 Democrats. So of the 54 Republicans, we need 3 of them. So we can put 54C3. And since we need both, we're gonna put a multiplication sign. And so we have 46 Democrats now. So choosing from the 46 Democrats, we need 2. So we can, just like the Republicans, we can do the same thing for the Democrats. What? It's 46.
Ah, crap.
Having this, we can put it into our calculators. This first number is 54C3, and we just put it into our calculators, but you can solve it using the equation that we gave you earlier. And this is 46C2, and then you multiply them together and get this big number. Okay, it looks a little bad, but that's the answer.